Alright guys, so I've landed in Luanda in Angola, and I'm now sitting on the airport at the service desk for Angolan Airlines. So what had happened was that I was originally scheduled to fly out from Cape Town at midnight tonight, and then the airline rescheduled my flight to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So obviously the agency that I worked through then contacted me and said that I could either request a refund or accept the new schedule change. So I had no other option. I couldn't take the refund because I've got other flights booked. So my destination is Sao Paulo, but it's not my final destination because I've also got a layover in Sao Paulo for I think 2 nights. I just double check on that. And then and I've got accommodation and everything else that I've already paid for, and it's too late to ask for a refund on that. So I had to accept the schedule change. But then while in Cape Town, I inquired with Angolan Airlines whether I would then qualify for accommodation at their expense because they changed the schedule. And then they said they could do nothing on that side and that I should inquire at the service desk when I land in Luanda. And this is where I'm at right now. So I'm just waiting. I've given my information. I've given the old flight number, and I've given and obviously the new boarding pass that they have. And there's been all sorts of communication now with various parties, and they're trying to sort out what's happening. But I've read about this, guys, and I've read that people have been struggling with this kind of thing with this airline. So, well, look, I'm not going to say anything about it yet because it hasn't happened to me yet. They haven't refused me yet, and they are busy trying to fix something for me. But my next flight out of Luanda is 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, which means I've got a 16-hour layover in Luanda. And I'm not going to sit on the airport, guys, and I'm not going to pay for my own accommodation because, as I say, I didn't change my flight number. I didn't reschedule my flight, so something's got to give. And I'm going to wait here, and I'll let you know what happens, because obviously, guys, this is not my it's not to any fault of mine. I didn't miss a flight or anything like that. It was an airline reschedule. So they gotta obviously look after their people, you know. I'll let you know what's happening. Alright, so I've just gone through passport control, and it seems that I'm gonna be getting a hotel voucher. So the gentleman is just taking me through to I think to the shuttle service, and then they'll be taking me to the hotel. Alright, so far so good, guys. Loving this. I've just found out that they're taking me to Hotel Vienna, and we're just waiting on a few more people, and then we'll be going to the hotel with a shuttle service. Alright, guys, so just happy that worked out, but let me reserve my smile until I get to the hotel, you know, because Murphy's Law. So let's just keep the faith, alright? But they've been very nice, guys. I gotta say, I haven't had any issues or altercations with anybody. So I don't want to mention names of other airlines, but the service that I've been receiving thus far has been really great. But granted, also, it's not as busy at this airport. It's very quiet. So that could be another reason why the other airline gave us that kind of treatment. Remember, I think it was 2 years ago, myself and Ken went to Japan, and we had this issue with our flight, and we missed our second flight, you know, and then there were all sorts of you can go and check out that video. I'll put the link up on that video. But yeah, well, guys, I haven't had this kind of problem with the airline, and people have been very nice, so I really appreciate that. All right, I didn't come out all guns blazing. I was just asking. And like I said, I have been trying to arrange this from Cape Town already so that I don't have to go through it when I land on the airport. So now I'm basically wasting an hour, maybe even more than an hour, just trying to get this sorted. But it's all sorted now. We're just waiting on the other person they're coming from Nigeria. And then we're going to take the shuttle to the hotel. And I don't know what kind of hotel it is. I'm actually going to just research it now, and we'll check it out. All right. Guys, keep you posted, man. Good times. Love traveling. Travel with me. Travel more. Hello. Thank you.
Your flight is for tomorrow?
So you will fetch me?
Sorry?
You will fetch me tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
All right, I'm in the hotel room. It's called the Hotel Viana. And there are my two single beds. I've got a TV, bar fridge, little desk. There's AC, I'm gonna need that because it's quite hot. And there's enough cupboard space. And the bathroom with a nice big walk-in shower. Perfect. Awesome. All right, guys, so this is obviously on the house. It's not the five-star hotel, but it's enough for me to just get a rest. Beach sitting on the airport. And now let's eat. I am hungry. So hungry. All right, this way to the restaurant. I am so hungry, guys. Ooh, and I hope the food's good. I really do. Right, I see the restaurant. Oh, there's a nice pool area as well. Wow. Nice. Right, there's some beef. We have some fish. Mashed potato, I think, eh? Mashed potato. Vegetable and rice. Just went for some beef with rice and some mashed potato. Didn't go for the fish or anything else like that. They've got tennis courts here as well. And I think hockey turf. Doesn't look much like a turf right now. And this is the complex by day. Alright, and I found a shortcut to the restaurant. So let's go. It's a nice big pool. No complaints about the room, guys, but the only issue I had was there's no hot water. The man's got a shower, man, so I had to do it cold. But nevertheless, here I am. I made it. Hey, breakfast time. I think I'm just gonna go for eggs and some bread. There's a stage area as well, I guess, for some entertainment. And I don't know if you can notice, maybe against the black, there's raindrops. So yeah, that's the weather in Luanda today. Well, at least for this morning. Alright guys, so the breakfast was great. It was very simple. I just had scrambled eggs with toast, and I had some coffee and I had some juice as well. So I kept it simple. And now I'm going back to my room just to get some final things and then check out and wait for my shuttle to take me back to the airport. Right, back at the airport and on my way to Sao Paulo. Alright, so I've just went through passport control and now I'm making my way to the exit. I'm going to try and find a cab or a bus. Well, I'm actually going to check what's the best way to get to my accommodation. I might hail an Uber, or I might just go with a bus. We'll see. Alright, so I don't need a SIM card. I already got myself the eSIM while in South Africa, and I got the Latin America eSIM. So that means it works in 17 Latin America countries. So cool. So I've got that sorted. So I can find my way. So it was a 7-hour flight from Luanda in Angola. Right. So that's the exit, I guess. And that's where I can get my transport from. But let me just find a place to settle down and then just see if I can find a bus. Alright, I just bought myself a ticket from airport bus service, and I'm just gonna go to get the bus now. It's bus 507, and then make my way. It's gonna take me about an hour, but it's okay. I'm cool with that. Let's go. So it cost me 39.50 Brazilian real, and that works out to about 160 bucks, 160 South African rand. I'm gonna get you the price in dollar, or the amount in dollar, and I'll give you the currency exchange rate as well. Let me just get settled in, guys, and then once I get to my hotel, I'll get all those details and give it to you. Right. I think this is the bus that I'm going with, but it's only leaving at 16:30. Let's see. Right. It's my ride.